Yes, so in this session, we will discuss about the concept of creating pages. Okay, so we have created components and then we have created the dialogues. So, but when it comes to an application, we have to create multiple pages. So currently we are working on EN page, right? So similarly, like EN pages, we have to create different pages. Maybe if you want to create a cart page or any page, if you want to insert some products. So at that case, or to display some content. So at that case, we have to create some pages. So in this session, we'll see or we'll discuss how to create the pages in AEM. So basically, in order to create the pages in AEM, so we have to follow some structure to create the pages. Okay. So in order to create the pages in AEM, so what we need to have is a template. So with the help of template only, we can create the pages. So this template will define the markup to create a page. Okay. So basically, if you want to create a page, so then we have to select this template, and this template will define the structure, how the page should look. So where a component should be displayed or how to insert a component of different sections. So those cases with the help of the template we can define. So template are the markups to create a page in AEM, and these templates will define the structure of a page. So to create a page, what we need to have? So we need to have an template. So first we have to create a template. After creating a template, so we can create the pages with the help of the templates. Okay. So template define the structure of the resultant page. So any number of pages you are creating any number of pages you are creating using the template. So that template will define the structure of the page. So we are having different pages. So different page structure will be same when we are having a template. So in the AEM, we have two types of templates. One is a static template and second one is an editable template. So these are the two types of templates we are having. So when we go for a static template, so at that case, you don't have any relation between the template and the page. So during the page creation only, you'll have the relationship. When you are going for an editable templates, so then you can maintain an dynamic relationship between the page. So first you have to understand what is the difference between the static template and an editable template. So when we go for a static template, most of the cases, static templates can be created and modified by the developer only. Okay. So if you are a developer only, the developer only can create an static template. But when it comes to an editable template can be created by the authors and can be updated by the authors as well, because editable templates will maintain a dynamic relationship between the pages and the templates. So basically, what is the static and what is the dynamic relationship between the pages? So basically, as I said before, when you want to create a page in AEM, so how we have to define? So we have to create an template first. So consider we have created a page. Okay, so this is the page we have created. So this page can be created with the help of an template, and consider we are having some XYZ template. So with the help of this template, we have created this page. Okay, so this is the resultant page we have created. So now how does this page look? So based on the structure we have defined inside the template, so that structure will be adapted to the page. So when you are making any changes in the template, maybe I have added a component inside a template, or maybe I have made any layout changes inside this template. So at that case, if you want to reflect these changes on the resultant pages, okay, whatever the pages that are created using this template, so all the pages should be resulted with these changes. So at that case, you will go for an editable template, because editable template will maintain a dynamic relationship between page and the template. Okay. Any changes you are trying to make, so all those changes will be available to the resultant pages. So any changes in the template. Okay. Suppose I have added a component inside this template, so automatically that component would be available on the page as well. So that is what you can maintain a dynamic relationship. So consider you have updated any component in this case. So at that case, that changes would be available on the page as well. Okay, so that is how you can maintain a dynamic relationship between pages. But when you go for a static template, so during the page creation only, it will update the structure. Okay, we have defined some structure inside the template. Okay, so this is a static template, and then I have created a page using a static template. Okay, so while creation only it will have the relationship. Okay, so while creation only it will get the structure, but after if you make any changes inside this template, those changes will not be reflected on the page because it is maintaining a static relation. So during the initial time only you will get the structure. Okay, so after if you are trying to make any changes, so these changes will not be available on the already created pages, but when you are trying to create a new page, so at that case, these changes would be available. But when you are going for an editable template, so if you are making any changes, so those changes would be available on the resultant pages which are already created. And if you are trying to create a new page as well, so definitely it will get the same structure. So that is the major difference between editable template and a static template. So always these static templates are created using the developer, and then editable templates, content authors can also create these editable templates. In most of the cases, we are having this requirement, right? We have to send the dynamic content to the pages. So at that case, we'll be going for the editable template, and usually in most of the cases as well, we'll be creating the editable template for the page because we have a lot of functionality in between these two, so that content updation is very easy when it comes to the editable template. So how we can dynamically update the content when it comes to these editable templates? Maybe consider where we have created a component, with several number of fields, right? Maybe 10 fields we have created a component. So at that case, if I want this component on 5 pages, okay, I have created 5 pages, and in all the 5 pages I want to order this component. Okay, whatever the pages I'm having, so all the 5 pages I want to order that component. So at that case, what we have to do, so I have to go to that particular page, and then what I have to do, I have to drag and drop the component and I have to order the component. So in this case, 10 times you are in this case, when you are adding that same component in 5 pages and ordering the same content in 5 pages, so you are doing the same thing, right? So which will be a time waste. Okay, because you are performing the same action. So at this case, what we can do is, so inside the editable template, I can define this component. Okay, inside the editable template, we have something called as a structure policy, and inside the structure policy, I can create a component, and then I can add this content inside the component. Okay, so I have added the component, and then I have inserted all the fields, and I have inserted all the styling as well to this component. So now in this case, what happens here is, so instead of adding this component use in this 5 times, if I create these 5 pages using this template, so at that case, once I have ordered this content, so this content would be available to all the resultant pages. Instead of making changes to every page, going there and adding the same content, we can maintain this dynamic relationship. Okay, so I can just add the component once, and then once I add the component inside the structure node of the template, so and then if I order this, so the same content would be available to all the resultant pages which are created only using this template. Maybe if you are creating a different template, so then inside that other template as well, we have to order. Okay, so that's what you can maintain a dynamic relation. So any content updation, maybe I have changed the title inside the template. Okay, so it is a different title before, and I have changed it to a new title. So in this case, all the resultant pages will be changed. All the resultant pages would be affected. So any change in the template will be changing in the pages which are already created and which are newly created as well. So that's what you can maintain a dynamic relation. So in this session, we'll discuss how to create these editable templates, and then how to create the pages with the help of the editable templates. Okay. So in order to create an editable template, as actually we can now follow two ways. So in the conf, you'll have your project. So conf weekend is my project, and inside this weekend settings WCM. So inside this WCM, you can create your templates. You can see some folder, you can see some page, right? So inside this page, all your templates would be available. So whatever the templates you have created, so all these templates would be available here. So for now, we haven't created any templates. Okay. So we can, so this is something when you create a project using Maven. So this EN page you are seeing and the US page are created using the template. Okay, so which is nothing but page content template they have created. So if you want to check what is the template which they have used while creating the pages, you can simply select this page. Okay, so once you select this page, here you can see what template they have used. So title and then template is content page is the template that have been used. Okay, so if you observe here inside the crxt, and if you check the template page content template and then JCR title of it inside the JCR column content, you can see here JCR title is content page is the template. So using this content page template, they have created the EN page. So you can directly create a template here. Okay, so before creating a template, first in order to create a template, what we need to have is a template type. Okay, so in order to create an editable template, we have to give an editable template type. So with the help of the template type only, we can create an template. So what does it mean by the template type? So now we are getting some structure to the template, right? So some functionality is there inside this template. Okay, so from where this functionality will get, so you can get this functionality from inside the template type. So with the help of the template type, you are defining some functionality to the template. So if you want to create a template, so at that case you have to have this template type. So without this template type, you cannot create an page. So basically this relation is static. So once you have created a template using this template type, then we will no longer have any relationship. Okay, so you will get the structure. So whatever the structure that is required, so that structure you can get from this template type. So basically from the static template, you are creating an editable template, and then you are adding some extra functionality here, so to make it as a dynamic template. So template types define the structure of the template, and templates will define the structure of the page. Okay, so first we have to create this template type. So usually we don't create the template types. We have an existing template. By using this existing template types only, we can create an template. So when it comes here, so inside this folder, we have some of the template type. So page is one template type we are having, and then demo page is one template type we are having, and then XF is one template type we are having. So you can use these predefined ones, or else you can create from scratch as well. Okay, so this is some folder which is created by Maven. When you are trying to deploy, these are the pages which are created by Maven. Suppose if you want to create from scratch, like an own folder to hold your editable templates, so at that case you can go for the configuration browser. Okay, so in the sites tools. Okay, so here we have an option of configuration browser. Okay, so we'll try to create from the scratch. So go to configuration browser, and inside this configuration browser, create a folder to hold your editable templates. So we just click on create, and then select the type as editable templates. We are trying to create an editable template, right? So select the type as editable template and give any name. So we can So we can custom editable templates. Okay, so this is the folder I am creating, and then click on create. So name it as, so select the option as editable templates and click on create. So whatever the structure you see for the predefined one, so which is nothing but weekend folder. So you can see the same structure with the other which one we have created. So how? Because when you're selecting the editable template, so at that case it defines the structure. So just check here which is created or not. Yeah, so we can custom editable templates is the folder it has been created. So every time whenever you are creating anything using the configuration browser, so this will be stored inside your conf folder in the crxd. Okay, so in the crxd conf folder, so that folder will be created. So right now try to refresh this conf folder. Inside this conf folder, you can find out we can custom editable templates is the folder you can find out. So inside this we can custom editable templates, go inside settings, and inside the settings WCM is one. WCM is the one. Okay, so inside that you can see the same structure, you can see the template types, and then you can see the templates as well. Okay, so right now we don't have any template types, right? So if I go inside this one as well, so we can't find out any template types. But in order to create a template, what we need to have, we need to have an template type. So without the template type, you cannot create an template. So first we have to create an template type. Okay, so before creating the template type, we'll try to check whether we can create a template or not without a template type. So in order to create the template, where should we go? So go back to the start.html, and inside this go to tools, and inside the tools we have a folder to create the templates. So to manage all your templates inside this folder, you can manage your templates, and then inside this one, So this is the folder we have created, right? So we can custom editable templates is the folder we have created. So go inside this folder and then click on create and create. When you click on create, so it is giving two template types. So template for HTML5 content page and template for adaptive form. So these are the two template types which is coming. So even though if you observe here, so inside the template types, I can't find any of the template, but still they are coming. Okay, because they are predefined by the LOB. So by using these predefined template types as well, we can create. So where can I find these predefined template types? So these predefined template types are available inside this template type resolution. Okay, so every time when you are creating a template type or a template, so always the path should be under settings WCM. Okay, so if settings is there or WCM is not there, you can't find a template as well. Or else if WCM is there and settings is there, you can't find out an template. Okay, so always the path should be settings and WCM. So then only you can, either you can find template type or then only you can either find the template as well. Okay, so try to go to this path and try to check whether the XF page template which is coming and then HTML5 page template which is coming, we will check whether they are available or not. So conf project name settings WCM and template. So follow this path here. So just go to the CRXT and then inside the conf folder only they are available. So inside this is my editable template file, right? So inside this editable template file, inside this editable template file, I can't find out the HTML5 page or HTML5 page or XF page. Maybe consider if it is inside the weekend. So weekend settings WCM, and if I go inside this template types, so I can't so XF is there, but I think it's AF. Okay, so adaptive form, it's an experience fragment. Okay, so if I go here, XF is there, page is there, and demo page is there, but you can't find out the XF for HTML5 page. So try to check the other path as well. Okay, so conf global settings WCM and template type. So conf global settings. So here we can't find any folder WCM, right? So that means it will be not available in this folder. Okay. So apps, settings, WCM and template type. So apps, settings, WCM and then template types. So if I go inside this template types as well, so I can't find out any templates like HTML5 page is not available and then XF page is also not available. So in this case, we are having the last folder. So go to lips, settings, WCM and template type. So if I go to the lips folder, so what does the lips folder contain? All the foundation paths or the predefined ones which is given by Adobe will be available on the lips folder. And then lips have something called as in settings, and inside the settings we have WCM, and inside the WCM go inside the template types. So from these two templates, so from this location it is loading the two templates. One is HTML5 page, so two template types is loading. So HTML5 page and then AF page is the two template types it is loading. So if you want, what we can do is we can create the same structure inside your folder as well. So inside your custom folder, inside this template types, you can create the same structure as well. You can create, but if you don't want to create as well, that's fine, because whenever the request is coming, so it will, the AEM can serve the request from the linked folder. Okay, maybe in some case if you want this you are using an HTML5 page template type, and if you want to get this template type in your custom folder, so simply you can just copy paste this. So copy the HTML5 page and then inside the template types, so try to paste this one. Okay, so now HTML5 page is available inside your template type, inside your custom template types. So HTML5 page is available now. So now if I try to refresh, so first HTML5 page would come. So the HTML5 page is coming obviously at the first. Okay, so by using this template type, you can create an template. So what it will come, so as I said, it will maintain some static relation and it will give some functionality, right? So what functionality it will give? So if you observe here, so inside this template type, a lot of things are there. So initial content is there, policies is there, structure is there. So whatever the different notes you can see here. So this is the functionality where I can perform multiple actions. Okay. So in order to get these things, in order to get this functionality, so simply you can use these template types to create an page. Okay, so right now I'll go for the HTML5 page to create the template. So select this HTML5 page and then click on next and then give any title. Okay, so maybe in so first page is one title I am giving to the page. Okay. So if you want to give any other name as well, so we can give any other page, or else I'll give as a home page. Okay. So home page is the file I am giving. So once you give as a home page, and if I click on create, so it will create an template. So now we have created a template. Okay. So go inside this template and then try to edit the content inside the template. Okay. So home page is the template we have created. So inside this home page, I'm getting something. Okay, so here we are having a parses component, and then we are having a layout container. Okay, so here if you go here, so as I said before, it is giving all this initial content structure, all these policies it is giving, right? So you can find out this inside the here. So right now we are in the structure page. Suppose if I want to transfer to initial content, you can go to the initial content. Maybe if you want to have the drag and drop components. So if you want to get the drag and drop component, if you want to structure them, so then with the help of the layout container, you can size your drag and drop components as well. You can size. So right now we'll go for the structure node. So what does it define the structure node? So structure will define something which is available on the resultant page. So these are the three different nodes we are having. So I'll try to add one more parses component. So which is nothing but container. Okay. So in this case, we'll try to unlock this one. Parent, it is inheriting. Yeah. Now, so basically, what we'll do is, okay. So in this case, what I'm having is, so I'm having an component I'm having. So with the help of the parses component, you can drag and drop the components on the page and you can order them. Okay, maybe if you don't want to define any structure inside this template, so then you can leave it as empty with the parses components. And during the page creation, so at that case, you can define the structure of the page. So here we are having different nodes. So structure is one node we are having, initial content is one node we are having, and then layout container is also one node we are having. So how we can create what is the difference between these two nodes? So structure and initial content is something important we have to discuss. So what does it mean by the structure? So when you are going for the structure, so at that case, what we are having is, so if you define anything inside the structure node of the template, okay, so this is the structure node of the template, and if you define anything inside the structure node of the template, maybe I have other than component, okay. So if you are ordering this inside the structure node of the template, so on the resultant case, so I have created a page using this template. So automatically this component, whatever I have added inside the structure node of the template, so this component would be available on the available on the page which we have created with the same content which is ordered on the page. Okay, so with the same content which is ordered on the template. So if you are making any changes in this template, so then if you are making any changes in this page particular component, so these changes would be available on the page as well. Okay, where I have added this one, so we have added that inside the structure node of the template. So when you are adding something inside the structure node of the template, they are not orderable on the page. So if you want to order them, so then you have to go inside the template and then only you have to order. Okay, suppose I want to have the component, but I want to order that on the page. I don't want to order that component on the template. So if you want to order that component on the page without adding in, without ordering on the template, so we have to have the component, but on the page only I have to order. So at that case, you can go for the initial content. So inside this initial content node, if I add any component, so at that time that component will be orderable on the page. Okay, if you are adding any component or any content inside the structure node of the template, so at that case they will be in the locked state. Okay, you can't order them on the page. Okay, so if you want to order them on the page, so they should be in unlocked state. Okay, so just go inside this drag and drop components here and try to add any component. Maybe okay, so maybe I'm adding some text is on something I'm adding here. Okay, okay, so inside this text component, I'll try to order some content. No styles available. So these are predefined components, right? So I'm adding some structure here. I'm adding some title with some content. Okay, so we can cite a pages is one title I have added. So similarly, I'll try to add an image as well. So in the image, okay, so try to go to the image and author the image. Okay, so you can drag and drop the asset inside the dialog. So you can go to the assets console here, and inside the assets console, you can drag and drop any image. So I'll just drag and drop this image here. So once I have drag and drop this image, so we can get the structure of this image as well, and then I have added a title. Okay, so by using this template, if I want to create the page, so at that case, where I have added these components, either the title or the image, I have added inside the structure node of the template. So if you have added inside the structure node of the template, they will be not authorable on the page. So you can't change the image or you can't change the title. Why? Because they are in the locked state. Okay, so by defaultly they are in the locked state. Suppose you want to add a title for every page, but if you want to author that title on the page itself, okay, maybe you want to have an image, and if you want to author this image on the page itself, so at that case you have to unlock them. Okay, so once if you unlock them, so automatically they will be moved to the initial content. Okay, so inside the initial content you can find out the title. Okay, so if it is unlocked, you can author on the page. If it is locked, you can't find out or you can't handle on the page. Right now, if you observe here, so text is there. So this text I can author. I'm able to author the text here. Okay, maybe if I try to go for the dialogue, so maybe if I go for the image dialogue, so it is not opening. Why? Because it is in the locked state. So when it is in the locked state, that means it is inside the structure node. And if you want to edit the content, you have to go to the page, and inside the page only you have to edit the content. So any content if you want to order on the page, so then it should be in the initial content. Any content if you don't want to order on the page, only in the template only if you want to order. So at that case, that content you can author inside the structure node of the template. So that is the difference between structure and initial content. And after that, if you want to get these parses components, or if you want to resize these images, so at that case, with the help of the so at that case, with the help of the layout container, we can author them. So here I don't want to get the image in this definite shape and size. So simply I can adjust the spaces with the help of the layout container. So with the layout container, I can either resize the drag and drop components, and then we can try to add some more drag and drop components as well. We can try to add. So I'll get the image with full shape. Okay. So this is the content we are adding. So that is the difference between layout container structure and initial content. So right now we have created a template. Okay, so this is the structure which is enough. And now if I want to create the page using this template, so at that case what we have to do, so now in this case with the help of this template I have to create a page. Okay, so before creating a page, every time you have to check, you have to enable the template. Okay, so right now the template is in the draft state, so we have created the template only. So right now if I want to create the pages using this template, so at that case, you have to define the template in the enable state. Okay. So whenever the template is in the enable state, then only you can use this template to create the pages. So just click on enable and make the template to an enable state. Okay. Right now, this template is enabled, and with the help of this template, I can create a pages. So where we can create the pages inside the sites console, you can create the pages. So go to the sites console, and inside the sites console you have to go to your project. So Vegan Sites project US, and then inside this en, when I click on create, then I'll have an option of page. So then select the option, page here. So once you select the option page, whatever the custom template you have created, so that template is not available. So it is showing the content page template, which is coming from your project structure or project conf folder. It is coming. So inside the conf, we have weekend, right? So from here, the content page template is coming. So if I go inside the templates, so this page content template is coming and it is showing to create a page using this template. But whatever the custom template we have created, so that custom template should be coming. So home is the template I have created. So with the help of this home template, I want to create an home page. Okay, but this template which we have created is not available. Okay, so then how we have to select this one? So go to this template. So select the copy the path of this one. So conf we can custom editable templates settings WCM and templates. Okay, so let's copy the path here. So from this path we have to give the permission to this folder so that it would be available during the page creation. Okay, so this is a page creation wizard. So in this wizard, if you want to get your templates available here, so at that time first we have to give the permission. Okay, so before giving the permission, what we have to do is we have to make enable your template. Okay, so if the template is not enabled, so then you cannot create the page using that particular template. So go to the, so select this US page, and once you select this US, and then go inside the properties. Okay, go to the properties of US, and inside the properties we have something called as an advanced tab. So go to advanced, and inside this advanced tab, so here we have an option of allow templates. Okay, so go inside this allow template option, and inside this allow template option, uh, so try to allow the template. So this is not something, right? Conf. Okay, so just click on add and then try to paste the path you are having. Okay, so WCM and then templates. Inside this templates we have a template, right? So every time when you are giving the permission, okay, so at that case whatever the templates that are available, if you want to include all the templates, right now I'm having only home, only one template I'm having. So maybe if you are having 5 or 6 templates, so at that case if you want to get that template in this case, so go to the home, so go to the uh, permission wizard, and inside this one, so try to at the end you have to add this. So when you include this special characters at the end, so it will try to include all the templates which are available inside this particular folder. Okay, so just give this, just add this at the end and try to give the permission. So save and close, and once you save and close, refresh the page and go to US, and then inside EN I want to create. So go to EN, click on create and create a page. So once you click on create a page, the home template which we have created, so that home template is available here. So select this home template and click on next and try to give any page. So home page I am giving. So by using home template, I am creating an home page and then click on create. Okay, so if you want to get any demo page as well, so you can give any name. So right now I have created a page using this HTML5, and if I go inside this edit content, if I try to edit that page, so right now I'm getting a text here. Okay, if I try to order this text, I'm able to order the text. Okay, if I click on edit config here, so I'm able to order this a title. I can change the title as well. Okay, so we can site homepage. Okay, so we can cite homepage is one title we are trying to give. But if I go for the pay, if I want to change this image, which is not possible. Why? Because we have ordered that inside the structure node. Okay, so if you want to order that on the page as well, so then you have to go for the edit template option. So from the page, how we can navigate to the edit template option? So go to page information, and inside this page information option, you will have an edit template option, and inside this edit template option, you have to you can go for the template directly. Okay, so here if I want to order, go to the initial content node, go to the structure node because it is defined in the structure node. So go to structure node and you can order this image. Go to assets and we'll try to change the image here. So we can simply change the image. So as I've changed the image inside the structure node, and if I try to refresh the page, so that template is not a draft anymore. We have created this page, right? So once I've created the page, inside the page as well, the content has been changed. So at that case, if you are creating any number of pages, so right now we have created one page. Maybe I'll try to create one more page here. So just click on create, create a page, home page, and then sites. Okay, so inside home, I'll create for EU. Okay, so for EU region, I'm creating. So just click on create and then done. So if I go inside this EU and if I click on edit, you can find the same content. So this is the image I can, which is not orderable, but I can order the uh, title which we have created. So that is how you can create an editable template, and that is the major difference between initial content and structure. But if you are going for a static template, whatever the relation I'm having currently, so this relation would not be available. So between the between the template we have created and the pages we have created, I'm able to update the content on the page, right? So this is some relation which I'm getting. But when you are going for a static template, so once we have created a template using the once you have created a page using the static template, so then you will not have any relation with the template. Okay. So any changes in the static template will not reflect on the page. Okay. But if you are making any changes in the editable template, so at that case, those changes would be available on the resultant page. So that is the concept of editable templates, and that is how you can create the pages in the AU. So any questions?